Does store-bought yogurt, bread, and salad dressing count as ultra-processed foods? No, technically they're processed foods. The best classification that we have right now for classifying how processed a food is called the NOVA classification. Unprocessed and minimally processed, culinary ingredients, processed foods, and ultra-processed foods. Minimal processing includes, for example, removing of inedible parts like shelling nuts, and preservation that requires minimal processing like freezing. And culinary ingredients includes adding ingredients to flavor something, like adding salt and herbs to chicken before roasting it, or a vinegar and salt brine to cucumbers to make pickles. Processed foods, technically with the NOVA classification, includes all the foods that undergo more than minimal processing. So that's the category that most yogurt and bread and salad dressings fall under. But depending on the flavoring ingredients and sugar added to yogurt, they can be ultra-processed foods. And for example, whole wheat or multigrain bread would be processed, but white bread would be ultra-processed. Another example is that whole grain breakfast cereal would be processed, and sugary breakfast cereal would be ultra-processed. There's two big differences. One is the amount of nutrients that are lost in the processing, and two is the number of ingredients that are refined or extracted from foods using industrial techniques. So when we're talking about limiting ultra-processed foods to 20% of total calories, yeah, processed foods count in the other 80%. Now, when it comes to processed foods, there's a fairly wide range in terms of the nutritional value. And this is why I like the Nutrivore score as a way to quantify the quality of the calories in a food. The Nutrivore score is a measurement of nutrient density, meaning total nutrients per calorie. And 33 nutrients go into the calculation. And on my website, you can look up the Nutrivore score of the entire database, which includes almost 8,000 foods. And I think a little over half of that database is branded foods. I wish there was more, but there's not complete nutrition data sets on most branded foods. But searching through that and looking through the Nutrivore scores will give you a pretty good sense of whether or not you need to tweak that balance towards more whole foods.